Here's the former UCLA Bruin, Ka'imi Fairbairn, to get this one started. And we are underway from Arrowhead. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard.
Let's go! Let's go! The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Wait! Here we go! You go! Hey, 15!
Mahomes now on 1st down. Flushed out right. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run.
Well, Park, it's pretty simple. One thing you don't want to see defensively, on the very first snap of the game, some guy running free like we just saw there.
Heck of a start for this offense, no doubt. Mahomes now on 1st down. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. Tyreek Hill, 42 yards. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard
line.
Watson will bring up the Texans here 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
54! Hey, we gotta snap it.
They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And he's taken down. It's a gain of 3 from the 17 to the 20.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Watson going to pull back the handoff and keep it himself. Watson throwing quickly to Hopkins. And he'll be upended after a gain of 5, up to the 25-yard line.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Hey, 31! Check it out, Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now. Check 3.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down. And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down.
Safety's creeping. Watch twist.
They run. It's Johnson. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. That's good for a Texan 1st down, a 12-yard pickup.
If he writes a book in the offseason, he ought to title it Undaunted, because where he is on the field, back on his own side, and goes for it, and gets it, I got to give it to him on that one.
Yeah, only thing you can justify it with is it was only a few inches that they needed. If it's 4th and 2, probably doesn't do it. Hey, he got it. Give him credit.
Yeah, but if they don't pick it up,
then you're in trouble.
Yeah, they're giving points to the other team at that stage.
Watson on first down. That complete to Lamar Miller. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that'll make this a 2nd down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get out.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off down at the 2, past the 10 to the 11-yard line, and that's where the return stops.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Now they'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. It means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
Whip. Watch the whip. Watch the safety creep.
On 2nd and 2, Mahomes. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. 30, 10, and all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Mecole Hardman, 81 yards. And the Chiefs strike quickly here for 6 points. The extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make the score 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Mike, 53. Mike. That's it. I'm going to run that.
Now Watson. He's got Fuller. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down. Let's try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
You can't block me. You can't block me. You can't block me.
That's the end of the first quarter. The score, Chiefs 14, Texans nothing.
They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here.
Here we go. Check 13. Sponge. No. Check. Hot route. Hot. Slam. Shoot.
From the gun, a run for Johnson. And boy, from up here, I don't think Johnson got there. No, he did not. The defense stiffens to force 4th down following that first down gain of 8. Watson going to pull back the handoff and keep it himself. And that is incomplete, but there is a flag. And on 4th down, this is a big call. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Out of the gun, Watson. And he hits his target. It's Kenny Stills. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Here's Watson. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Emmanuel Ogbah. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9.
And it's 3rd down. 3rd and 15.
Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans. Third and long, it's Watson. He's going to air one out into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Juan Thornhill, and he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They begin the drive with Williams. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
They stick to the ground game on first down. It's Williams. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
It's now 3rd and 15.
3rd and 15 here after the 1st and 2nd down plays went in the wrong direction. From the gun, it's Mahomes. He's got his man. It's Williams. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Damian Williams, 37 yards. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 21-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have
pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Now the pass hauled in by Kenny Stills. A good pickup there, 18 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
A gain of 15 yards, but it brings up 3rd down.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. We remind you that coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will be alongside. He'll have highlights and analysis from Orlando of this first half of action. Here's a carry for a former starter. This is Lamar Miller. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Watson. They'll find Miller. That's complete. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
That's what I do. Check your hot read. Hey, 31. Slam. Check 24. 24. Watch out. 24.
And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 2 yards, good enough for a first. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Watson. Thomas has got it, complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming. Check 53 flight. Check 53.
To the air yet again, Watson. He gets it to Thomas. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup.
And this offense can get their tight ends involved. They can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. Actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
53 is the mic. 53 is the mic. I'm going.
Throwing again is Watson. He finds Hopkins complete. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
And the Texans first down.
The Texans with a first opportunity now from the red zone. It's 1st and 10 from the 12. Quick throw into the hands of Hopkins out wide. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Watson looks to throw again. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Now the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these 2 teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Mahomes now over 200 yards already in this first half. It's 1st and 10. And he's got his receiver. That's Sammy Watkins. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A good pickup there, 21 yards. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. This will be from 56 yards out. Online, but off the crossbar, no good. A long-range effort denied 3 points at the very end. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. Give them 17 on the pickup there, and the Texans also get a new set of downs. Watson now 13 out of 17 throwing the ball. He's got a first down. Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. That throw good for 4. It's second down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
50's the mark. 50's the mark. You must
Back to throw, Watson. And Thomas has it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 46.
54. Mike 50. Ball trot.
Again, it's Watson. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Juan Thornhill. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they've got to be a little bit frustrated about that last drive. Missed field goal.
Always hurts a team because, you know, you've put something out there, you've given yourself a chance, you're in range, and the ball doesn't go through the post. But it's not something to panic about, I don't believe. Just keep playing and keep going.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. They run it again with Williams. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. Only a yard on the gain there, and that'll set up 3rd and 13. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Let's go, G. Tighten up.
On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. And going deep. He's got a man. Complete. He's at the 30, 20, and all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 93 yards. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Extra point right down the middle, and that makes the score 28-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
He's coming. We got double up. Big Ed. Check the backer. Watch 54. Alert 3.
On 2nd down, here's Miller. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
I got it. 26. Check 53. 55. Coming this way. Here we go.
3rd and 2, Watson. But he's got the completion to Hopkins. Well, they only needed a small gain on 3rd down. They end up getting over 30 yards. Back in the first quarter, you said it, they need to avoid the big play, but he just got a big one right there.
You can't relax. You know, we talked about in the first quarter, but as the game progresses, still opportunities, and he took advantage of one there.
Watson on 1st down. Man open, that's Kiki QT complete. But he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down. Watson now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10.
3 down, 3 down. 24. Hey, Romo. Mike 50, Mike 10.
From the gun, Watson. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Darren Lee gets him for a loss of 5. He is so tough to handle on the blitz, and that's Exhibit A. To try again after the sack, Watson. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this third quarter of play. We're back now in KC. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Well, a tough day for this offense continues. One of their best chances to get on the scoreboard there, couldn't do it.
Yeah, it's not looking like it's going to happen for them today, does it? I mean, opportunity after opportunity, play after play has gone against them the entire game. They probably feel a little bit like Schleprock, got that black cloud over their heads.
DJ Reader there on the tackle. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Again, it's Williams. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down.
Yellow, on the line. Blue down. Kill. Hey, turn it up. 41's the mic. 41's the mic. Man out. Share. 15.
The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Yellow, on the line, right? Hey, 57. Hey, tight. 41 Mike, right here. 41 Mike.
From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The lightning rod, J.J. Watt with a sack.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
There, this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
At the 27-yard line.
March 50. On the ball.
To throw is Watson. It's complete to Hopkins.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out.
Let's go, Mike 50. Mike's 50.
On 1st down, it's Watson. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take...
Oh, he tried to pitch it, and the ball's loose.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
Mahomes now to throw. Dancing to his left. And this is caught by Watkins. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 28.
Well, go ahead and throw the ball, man. You got the big lead. You got the clock on your side. Obviously, they don't care much about the feelings of the other team, do they?
Well, I was going to say, you better run to the locker room pretty quick after this one.
Well, right now, maybe they're just looking at it from the fantasy perspective. More points for everyone if they win big. I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
And they'll indeed take a knee. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. Throwing is Mahomes on third. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this fourth quarter. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. Spotted at the left hash, this from 45. And this one is right down Broadway. And that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said. And now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They are down big. They have not scored a single point. I don't know. Are they so defeated at this point you just want to get in the locker room and get the heck out of here?
That is one way to approach it. Sometimes coaches say, that's it, okay? It hasn't worked all game. There's no sense in doing something now. Let's get out of here. No one gets hurt. But others will look at it and say, we still have an opportunity to do something.
On the line.
Exactly. You have pride on the line, execution as you look forward and get ready for your next game, and a message to your team. We're not going to quit. No matter what the battle is, we're going to finish this thing out.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Hey, Mike's 50, Mike's 50. Hey, watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen. 59. Here we go, 50, 50. Mike 50.
And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strength.
Down and go.
Out of the gun, Watson. He's going to let it fly. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. 2nd down.
Incomplete. It leads to 2nd and 10.
4th down, off goes Watson. On comes Texan kicker Kaimi Fairbairn for the field goal. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. Well, it's a Pyrrhic victory at best, but, Charles, no team wants to get shut out, so it's hard to blame them for taking the 3 there.
You can't blame them one bit. It hasn't been the best performance, that's for darn sure. But there is something to be said for fighting to avoid the goose egg, and they're at least trying to finish out strong.
Let's go, let's go.
So this one in the win column for Kansas City, and it was their defense that led the way, allowing just 3 points, that lone field goal in the entire second half.
And remember the old adage, offense sells tickets. Defense does what?
Wins championships.
And in this game, maybe a championship wasn't won, but a game was by the defense, right? Held them to just a field goal. That's a heck of a job. I mean, when they went out there with that determination and a pretty good game plan, pretty good idea of what they wanted to accomplish, just love the execution, love the tenacity, love the way they finished.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on E. Say so long from Arrowhead.